So before the video starts, let's go over this new feature which YouTube has implemented. They are giving creators new shortcuts or ways that you can actually, as the viewer, get to their content. And because they gave me absolutely terrible one, I decided to change it. So now if you go onto YouTube and type in max_nypw, you will be able to come across my content specifically. So this way you will be able to see what I'm currently up to and potentially even consider what you might watch, because I kind of do need the views. And you can do this with all caps, but unfortunately without the underscore and the just gap it will not work, as you can see. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day and let's enjoy the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stranded: Alien Dawn, a game in early access which we will be taking a look at here on Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. On the previous episode we were able to go through the tutorial, and honestly it's been a few days since I played the tutorial, so maybe I will forget a bunch of things, but the game seems to be a little bit different than what I expected. Apparently there's gonna be some enemies, like giant oversized bugs. And the funniest thing is that actually they are polite enough for them to not destroy our fencing, but walk around it, because it's not like a goddamn bug cannot go and just walk over something, because bugs are capable of sticking to a vertical surface. But anyhow, we're gonna obviously see how it goes. We're gonna have to set up some encampment, make sure our people will stay alive. I'm quite sure there's gonna be quite a lot of micromanagement involved, so it's gonna be slightly different than games that I have previously covered here on the channel when it came to trying to set up a colony on some foreign planet. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how this is gonna play out, so let's jump into a brand new potential game. So we have scenario of crash landing, and that seems to be the only one right now. Location, region is only one available, Moon Concordia so far as well. Modifiers, game difficulty, sure we can do medium. Red debate, I'm not really sure. Game rules, none. What if we press next? So it seems like we can actually select a couple of survivors. Question is, how many of them is it going to be? So let's take a look. It seems like we have predetermined group of 4 people amongst all these choices. During the tutorial we had Connor, he was quite useful when it came to combat. Then we had Maki, who was quite good at healing. And I believe we also might have had who did we have? I'm not sure right now who was the last person. But anyhow, let's start taking a look at what these people are good at, because Han is not really good at just about anything. So I'm not sure if I want him. Can I remove him? How do I remove him or change him? I want a different guy. Like for example, here we see that Connor is good at combat. He's a strong guy. He's terrible at farming. He's decent at cooking. He's okay at construction. So I would rather have him. So why can't I switch the people? Ah, okay, that was weird as hell. But so Han was the first option. Then we have Jack, who's expert at combat, apparently, medium at cooking and construction, and he's good at physical labor, so interesting option, number 1. Now, all things considered, it's gonna be quite interesting to figure out who we are gonna need at the start, because as we keep building up certain things, the priorities will shift. Ken here, for example, is also great at combat, which makes me wonder, why would you give me 2 people who are great at combat? Is it gonna be a large portion of the early game? Construction expert, cooking expert, I'm not really sure what is wrong with Nova. Like, there's incapable next to intellect, okay? Incapable of fighting. Okay, construction. Combat, farming is quite high. Combat and intellect is high. Interesting combination. I don't know, it's like it jumps from an extreme into like some really weird choices. Like some of these people are absolutely, I just don't see any point of having them as a part of your crew. Age 62, 51, 45, 55, 51, 55, I don't know. I think I'll go with Connor as the first option. Maki was good at the farming and healing, even cooking, so maybe her as the second option. And who else should we decide to take along with the journey, since we do have the control and have the view of the statistics apparently? Intellect, physical, maybe he will be good. Talus will be good for science. Construction is quite nice, so maybe go with Quinn, and so that's not a complete sausage fest for Maki. Let's try to go with another female, so it's 2 and 2. Can we like filters would be nice based on like sex or skills or whatever. Farming, crafting, cooking is quite nice. Okay, so let's go with these 4. And I guess we're gonna jump into it and see how this goes. And hopefully I won't kill everyone right at the start, which would be most unfortunate. And I just cannot wait for us to start hammering away from these small little rockets with these tiny hammers, the necessary resources. Okay. So it seems like we have crashed right next to a source of water. And straight out of the gate, I'm gonna pause the game because I have no freaking idea if these creatures are hostile or not. They look like a mix mash between some sort of bug and triceratops or something like that. So don't know if these are predatory species. They are in a group and they are amongst something which looks like some sort of watermelon. So because we have to consider the fact that these actual environments will be exposed to the elements, that is springtime, summer, autumn, winter, it can affect quite a lot. So I'm not sure if whatever this construction here is got destroyed by the falling meteorites, but they have these little shits, and this is a dangerous species. So I'm trying to look for anything in our vicinity that will be harmful to us right out of the gate. I really like the landing site of the tutorial scenario a whole lot more, just due to the fact that we had an elevated location and we were possibly protected and had access to a large variety of resources. The biggest issue right now is going to be trying to get timber, because all I see right here are just bushes. So we will be able to get like sticks, but in order for us to get actual timber, we're gonna have to venture out in here, and that's gonna be quite the distance. And because I don't know how this is gonna evolve and how it's gonna work out throughout the day, it's gonna be interesting to see. Bloated insect. So these look like some sort of insectoid cows or something. It's really hard to determine what these species are gonna be like. Here we have some sort of flying mantis-like creature. They do have these manticles, so it doesn't really look like they are gonna be interested in like plants or something. They can be predatory, so that's gonna be something to keep an eye out for. here are another set of these bastards, and they do have sharp teeth, so I am guessing these are gonna be predatory species. Maybe we will be able to domesticate one of these days, one of these big horned beasts, but that's like years ahead. So right now, the first things first, we're gonna have to do a couple of things. We do have one person who has suffered some sort of injury, or he's just crying. Okay, so we're gonna have to somehow make sure that we will be able to start scavenging, and we're gonna have to designate some sort of location for our base of operation. So I think it would be best to have it in here, so that we have some room to grow, and I'm really skeptical about these fuckers being so damn close. But okay, so we're gonna have to start by building some shelter from scrap metal, which we have. So, man, how do we do this? How we do this? We have 4 people, we can fit 3 beds under one shelter. And during the tutorial, there was actually somehow this possibility to build these things like against each other, and then like the side wall where the mouse cursor is just disappeared. That's how they actually had some sort of storage put in place. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be safe for them to walk on this fire, since the exhaust seems to be still quite hot. So thinking we're gonna build these 2 guys up in here, and we're gonna have to build also a storage. So if we were to build it like so and put down some stockpiles, that would work. Then we can go with a sleeping spot on the ground, obviously. We can cancel it, we can copy it, build it so that there's like a space in between them. Production, small drying rack for meats and such, storage shelves. And we're gonna have some basic functionalities first. Okay, so let's unpause the damn thing and see what's going to happen. So wow, okay, so pieces of the ship are still falling down. Can you please knock it off? Stop being a bitch. I get it, you guys are stranded, but by you crying here, you won't be able to do anything. So please knock it the hell off. We're gonna need a science or workbench, but we're gonna need actual wood for that, and that's gonna be that big problem which I spoke of. We don't really have trees nearby. The infestation is relatively close, and I don't think I want to deal with these bastards right out of the start. So that's gonna have a negative effect on us, and it's gonna probably mean that I will have to set up some early defenses or something in order to deal with this stuff. We can put like the research desk maybe here. We don't even have the scrap metal anymore, so that sucks. Try to scavenge this location then, and observe these locations, even these crops. We can mine the stone. There seems to be some sort of weird deposit of something. It seems to be everywhere. I'm not sure if it's gonna be some sort of equivalent of like titanium or whatnot, but quite sure it's gonna be important. We also have to keep in mind that as the day progresses, the people have only a certain time to work. Then they have the time at which they actually do other things, like they relax and so on and such. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for them to scavenge this location, because I honestly have zero idea what these things are gonna do. And as the game is in early access, like understanding what the environment does is gonna be important for us, and how close can we move to some sort of location, because as you can clearly see, there's a lot of them. If we would find out they are not hostile, would be able to get here and pick up these pumpkins. And these squash-like plants are going to be probably useful for stuff. Now, the thing which I would really love to do is actually have a campfire, because that way we can heat up these rations which they are bringing in from the ship. So that's something which I would really like to do. First aid kits. There's a laser pistol which I would love to equip or give it to Connor so that he has an actual weapon, so that we can do some real damage to these critters. So if I recall it correctly, yeah, we can put him the task to equip the laser pistol. And we're gonna have to craft additional weapon systems, and obviously we're gonna be only able to work with stuff like spears, later bows, and so on and such. Unarmed people are 3, which is not the best thing for us, but we don't have a choice. Scavenging progress is only capable to go so far right now because of obvious reasons. So question is, were we able to fetch any goddamn scrap metal? For a wooden piece, we would require actual wood. I really hate the fact of how far away from proper trees we are, and the fact that the closest one to the trees are these bloated aliens, because I don't know what they are gonna do. Trying to look for locations where to send my people. Can scavenge these locations and we can go and cut down potentially these 2 locations. Okay, we can observe these plants later on to determine what use they might have. Quite dense forest in here, but it seems like the focus of the game is gonna be in this open area. At least that's what I'm guessing. We have another large valley down here. Maybe it would have been slightly better for us to crash the ship here. We would have access to these crops. We would have access to these trees. And there's all sorts of resources at our disposal. While in this valley, we do have quite a lot of animals. But because we don't know how they behave, it's gonna be rather tricky. Okay, so small drying rack, storage, shelves, we cannot do those. Sleeping spots. On the origin of species, achievement has been obtained for God knows what. Okay, so he's going for the trees. These 2 have been scrapped. Maki is gonna be observing these weird ass plants, which we don't know what they are used for. In the tutorial, there was this weird orange mushroom which was growing near the woods, which was able to be used for medical or medicinal purposes. Unfortunately, I do not see the same in here. There is water-like substance, but I'm not sure if it's drinkable for us or if it's full of some sort of bacteria. So that's gonna be kind of interesting. Trees and bushes. So we can grow things like this. Okay, that's interesting, but I don't really want that because we have a crap ton of bushes around here as is. So my focus would be logically to try and focus on some other stuff. I'd love to observe these creatures, but I'm kind of terrified of what their reaction is going to be. So, furniture, chair, large table, storage chest, wardrobe, double wardrobe, large drying rack, workbench would be absolutely nice, but for that we would require metal, and we can have a chopping block, but I don't need that right now. What I need is a campfire, but it's gonna require like stone and these bushes or branches or sticks. So let's try to get those. And of course, unpause the damn game, because otherwise nothing's gonna ever be done. Well, stop idling! I don't know. Go do stuff. I know that we don't have any cooking right now for you, but it won't happen by, like, you just sitting on your ass. Work! I'm gonna have to select those lists of things for them to do. This is driving me crazy a little bit. Workbench, furniture, trees and bushes. Quinn is running back to construct the shelter, which makes me wonder if he collected that timber which was left here. Of course not. So I'm trying to like get some sort of basic understanding of what to do, where to do. Happiness, fullness, rest, relaxation. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit trickier. Okay, so we might be looking sort of at like a slow start, but I'm really hoping we're gonna be able to make all this work. It's gonna be really difficult to figure these things out, but my hopes are that we're gonna be able to somehow manage. We still have not finished observation of these plants, so Maki has to do her part. We are still scavenging. Scavenging progress. So we have given them quite a lot of stuff to do actually, so let's see if someone would be able to finish this. Getting one ration. Yeah, it would be probably better for me to try and hold on to those rations or cook them, because if we cook them, we would be able to make sure that they are more happy. Production, cooking stove, a workbench would be nice. Wall torch, farming, we don't have access to that. Just consumes these sticks. I really hope I won't have to bury anyone anytime soon. That would really piss me off. That would really piss me off. Let's build the research center here. 8 on foot. Yeah, I kind of understand that you guys would like to have, like, let's say a large table or basic table and some chairs so that you can eat and sit down and all this nonsense. But yeah, so taking a walk means that they are slowly getting ready to hit the head or hit the hay or whatever these beds are constructed out of. We have quite a lot of things selected for scavenging, so probably it would be best to like do them one at a time or something. And the quick recipes, cooked emergency rations until we reach, I don't know, 4. And so we would have those cooked meals ready for them, which would make them a little bit happier. Connor is already sleeping, and we really need to scavenge these closest locations first of all. Then we can focus on some larger projects. It's gonna probably be like heavily micromanaged, so that while a few people work on something, one person will be managing some production of something else. Maybe it's hard to tell. Okay, at least we know that the game is being automatically auto-saved. And this observation is gonna be difficult. Okay, so we put together a camp as quickly as we could. Considering these circumstances, we are not sleeping in the dirt. We have a roof over our heads and the fire to illuminate the dark, uncertain nights. And the most important, we have survived. To us, this feels like achievement worth honoring. We can gather around the campfire and celebrate being alive at 7. Great idea, let's do it. anything to boost the morale, because at the start, boosting the morale is gonna be a little bit easier. Blade grass, we're gonna observe this in order to figure out what the hell does it do. So after we are done observing the tubular plants, trying to determine what has been scavenged enough. Wide leaf plants, because I'm wondering what can be used for food and what will be used for just, I don't know, some basic stuff. Okay, so research. So metal refinement, spaceship deconstruction can be actually quite useful. Sleep training, tailoring, weaponsmithing would be quite useful, because then we can create that bow or crossbow or a spear. And I don't know, 1 day, 12 hours. Probably would be better to first have access to basic stuff. Hay sausage. With some culinary experimentation involving chemistry, we could transform him into edible meal. Interesting. Let's do this. Let's go with weapons, space, ship deconstruction, metal refining, because by deconstructing these ships, we will have access to more metal. Then we'll be able to refine the metal. And that's a lot of stuff to be researched anyhow. Then we can go for like tailoring, so that we have access to potentially clothes, so that we can clothe these people. As the different temperatures, right now it's 15 degrees Celsius outside, which is not super warm, but it's okay temperature. If you are using different systems like Kelvin or Fahrenheit or whatever, it's gonna be different temperature for you. So I'm not sure if there are settings which would allow you to change this thing, but because I'm European, it actually works out for me quite well, so that I know what type of temperature I'm dealing with. Otherwise I would be totally like, I don't know if they're melting or if they're super cold or whatever. So Emlyn is so far doing her cooking nonsense. I just hope she will not burn through all the rationing, as that would be most unfortunate. Blade grass is being, observed. She has to finish with the tubular plants as well. Blade grass, I'm not sure what does it do. Most soil types, we can get hay out of it, so that's awesome. So initially our first potential farming can be for the blade grass. We do have like a large chunk of land which we can dedicate to agricultural purpose, so that's awesome. I still think we need to go for the timber, but it's getting a little late. 14 degrees outside. The question is if they're gonna meet up at 7 and do that shindig as they discussed. Seems like that's what they're doing. Nano butt booster shot. Hey, listen, I just happen to have a handy little thing, a nano butt booster shot. When injected, those nanites or whatever increases the host's movement, manipulation, and health. Ain't they handy? Now, before you say anything, it's not a permanent modification. The little thing dissolves in a matter of days and leave no trace. Well, they do cause some pain in the meantime, but come on, it's totally worth it. Share it with everyone. Effect will last for 5 days. Let's go for it, I guess. Nanites is gonna slightly injure everyone, but this is just like a tiny prick, so I'm guessing they're gonna be okay with it. They're gonna get those cooked meals. And we're gonna have to get some different provisions. I'm just not sure how eager I am on trying to kill one of these fuckers, because it's gonna be a whole bunch of mess. And I don't know if that's gonna trigger like all of them to attack me, so that's why probably having these signs first conducted would be advantageous, especially at nighttime like this when everyone is sleeping. It's gonna be quite brutal. This thing is 22 degrees. They are at 11, 14. Well, it's above freezing point. When you get to 0, that's when the water starts to turn into ice. So If you don't know degrees Celsius, 0 is when it's getting really cold. Fullness. You should have access to the cooked meals. Fuel. Sticks. We have 78 sticks right now, so that's okay. So scavenging continues, I'm assuming. Mining should begin at some point, hopefully. Sticks are being collected, the tubular plants are being observed. Okay, so what does this thing do? Time to harvest, 20 days, new harvest every, output when harvested, sweet syrup used for sweetening of meals during cooking. Okay, interesting. Question is if it needs to be collected or whatnot, so maybe we can chop down 2 of these haystacks. Because we have to keep in mind that there are things such as the potential to decay certain things. So observe these plants would be beneficial because the punching bag can be made out of them. I would love for you guys to go and collect this wood because it's just sitting here, so please go and fetch it. And we can even like head into these thick woods, and these are the mushrooms which I talked about. So these things can be used for basic medication. Like you can turn them into some sort of weird ointment, and that can be used to heal some basic injuries if they would appear. Okay, we are gonna have to build. I'm not sure if we want to go with storage shelf. Can build them out of wood. It would be better if we would actually build them under the shelter. We can make them out of sticks and hay, which we do have. We do have also a crap ton of scrap metal. So let's go with the wooden sticks or the wooden shelves right now. It's gonna allow us to store a bit more stuff. We can also select the fact that, for example, certain things like rations and so on and such will not be able to be stored in here. You are just really annoying me with this constant idling by. You know that, princess, right? I don't know. Try to go grab some of this. Why are you never doing anything? Really, you are really bugging me right now. Like you can be mining stone or some BS for all I know. We can grow these. We can grow the blade grass. I don't know, can someone observe one of these big horned animals without actually like pissing off the creatures behind them or something? This looks like a baby calf for all I care. Or maybe it's like a female and this is a male bull. Hard to tell. Maybe these animals can be domesticated. A pulse rifle has been obtained, which is awesome. So I'm actually thinking if you would switch for the pulse rifle, we can give Quinn a laser pistol. And apparently Quinn does not have some sort of jacket, so that sucks. Neither does Emlyn. Taking a walk. Okay. These 2 pieces have been salvaged, so we would need the additional research to be conducted, yet unfortunately nobody's doing goddamn research. So I'm not sure if it's because she is not able to research stuff. She has intellect of 1. Who is a person that has a decent intellect, maybe can be used for science. Okay, I have a bunch of dumb people. Okay, Quinn is probably the person which should be dedicated to the research because he is the only one with the high enough intellect. Even the animals are sleeping. So, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we will have the opportunity to use the nighttime for hunting because the people are just simply gonna refuse to work, maybe. So, I'm not sure. She cooks the meals, but eventually we're gonna run out, so that's something that's making me a little all over the damn place. And these bugs weren't here before, so I don't know. I don't know. These things are here, rather close by. Seems like they're somehow infecting the ground. It's like almost a Zerg swarm or something. Can you finish observing this piece of stone? Goddammit, it seems like some sort of mineral. I just don't know what it is and what it can be used for. And after you're done with that, you are gonna go with that task, huh? So we have this being researched, which is awesome. And if someone can actually carry the goddamn wood over here, that would be great too. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm gonna have to build some maybe additional storage for that to be a case. So camp, shelter, this one, storage, stockpiles, and just build them so that they carry the wood over here. Is this thing observed, finalized? You should really finish. It's taking way too long, goddammit. And I also am not really keen on having the game run so fast when I don't know the basic mechanics and everything. So that's something which I need to keep an eye out on as well. We do seem to have apparel in storage, but it's not the jacket which we would need for Quinn or anyone else. It's actually a pair of pants, believe it or not. And can someone do the freaking research already? God damn it. Emlyn is transporting, Connor is cooking, Maki is going to eat, Quinn is scavenging, so everyone is doing something. I'm not really manage expeditions, research activities. Okay, so we're gonna have to like prioritize certain things for people. So Emmeline is the best cook, so cook, yes. And what I'm not gonna give Connor the activity of cooking. That's gonna be strictly for Emlyn. And then I don't know, we can give her the possibility to research stuff as well. I want to have everyone researching. It doesn't really matter. I know that their intellect is kind of okay, maybe these two are not the best for that type of work, but the other two are. Delivering is absolutely fine. Connor is good for mining, for scavenging. Why is not Emmeline good for scavenging? Let's make her do that too. Maki is not good for scavenging, so that's okay. Planting. Who is good at planting? So our two lovely ladies are for planting, which is awesome. Cutting. Connor. Yes. Emmeline. Yes. Maki, no. And Quinn, yes. Harvesting. So the two ladies, of course. Then we have hunting. So these two are set up for hunting. Construction is Connor and Quinn. Okay. Handling. Doing mundane tasks such as lighting up torches. Yeah, that's okay. And healing is actually for two people. So Connor and Maki. Okay. Activities. Schedules. So we can set up some sort of relaxation. Work would be awesome if it would be, but this is like the time window with which we are working with, so I would probably set up sleep for this time at least, so that they all sleep. and we're gonna see how it's gonna work out. We can obviously tinker with it, but I really need for them to start doing the goddamn research. Raw fabrics, scrap cloth, so that's something which we must have scavenged or salvaged from the ships. There's still more of them, but there's also more of these alien buggers, and I would really therefore love to have don't have a pistol. Then let's hand away the pistol and give it to Emlyn, I guess. Now we have those pans, we have that cloth, medication, provisions, cooked meals. I'm always trying to make sure we have only like 8 of them. Sticks, some stone. Nobody brought in the goddamn timber yet, which is a little bit annoying. So, Emlyn, you pick up the gun, because depending on the hunting, it seems like this is a thing, and I would really appreciate it if like someone would finally freaking go and do some goddamn research. How do we set up some sort of priority nonsense thingy? Oh, okay, well, hold on. Let's do this. Maybe it needs to be set up here? Nah, probably not. Wooden fortification, construction basics. Yeah, these are gonna be quite useful, but I honestly need to, like, make sure that they will actually conduct the freaking research and stop pissing me off. So stop pissing me off. Light and heat. Production workbench would be nice, but for that we need metal. Lights, furniture, shooting range, which they can shoot every now and then. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to start growing these things, or if I can just walk up to these goddamn things and observe them. I'm just petrified of what these bastards are gonna suddenly do, because it seems like these potatoes or pumpkins can be actually used as a decent source of a vegan diet. Obviously, we're gonna have to shoot something eventually. But the question is when and what's it gonna be, and if we have the capabilities to store those things. Why is this food just sitting in here? What the hell? Okay. We're gonna have to like speed up the time because this is driving me crazy. Nobody's doing jack squat. Maybe I will really suck at this game, but then again, like, the tutorial does one thing problematically, and that's that it keeps jumping into these sort of different sections of time, and you suddenly have access to all these things. So you haven't really like tried to figure out how the hell to get them, and that can have negative effect. I really think I'm gonna have to like try. I don't know. Like, if Maki would go there, I'm just terrified of what's gonna happen. She gonna get attacked? So far, these things are ignoring her. The question is, how long will that work? There's also a lot of these squashes which can be harvested, maybe. So I would try to go and grab at least a few. Although before we have observed them, I'm not really sure people are going to be able to do anything with them. That's the sucky part. Can I go and make you cut down 2 of these trees, Connor? Because I don't like to have that many people in here. Although you with that rifle is probably the best place for you to be at. But at least we know that the aliens are not hostile right out of the gate. Although these fuckers are. And it seems like they're like even cannibalizing themselves. Holy crap. Aggressive animals. Oh shit. Well, that sucks because these are the dung beetles that are hostile. So that's gonna raise a few questions as to what the hell are we gonna do, because we really don't have any defenses set up. So the skin bark is something which is used to make the punching pole, so the leather can be actually processed from them. Research desk is absolutely ignored. Nobody's doing any goddamn freaking research. It's pissing me off beyond the wildest imagination of everyone and anyone. We're gonna need more of these goddamn bushes because we are starting to use up our sticks. We can select, I think there was like one more stone or something for mining purposes, but someone, for the love of fucking god, please, like you, can you like go and, I don't know, research shit? I don't know what the hell you are doing. But eventually these bugs might actually attack us. Have we finished observation? No, we're at 63%. Can you like conduct research, or how the hell do I make you do stuff? I should have done the goddamn tutorial again, like assigning these damn tasks. Emmeline is idling. Yeah, Emmeline is pissing me off. No, I want you to do science. What is he gonna do? He's gonna do that. Right. Maybe we'll at least finish with the squash. And maybe then we can give like a task to someone so that they will actually start growing this stuff. So it's out of reach from these beetles and these bastards over here who are like cannibalizing each other. I think they're gonna start attacking us now. Of course. So draft. And pull back. And draft, because we are gonna require people who are equipped to fight to kill these bugs. So right now, at least I do have control over the actions of my people. But I'm kind of worried of what's gonna happen if we start to actually battle these little fuckers amongst the other creatures. Like if I'll accidentally fire upon one of these bastards, if the whole herd is gonna start attacking us and we're not gonna be able to do stuff in the region. Okay. Wow, the rifle is like stunning them or something. You cannot miss the shot when it's like right in front of you. What the hell is wrong with you? Undraft. So now we have to observe and like butcher all these bastards. Butcher, butcher, butcher. So we have some protein in our diet. So we're gonna start agriculture with the squashes. And we're gonna undraft you so that you can get some sleep and shut eye. And we're gonna have to eventually start building some appropriate shelter. But honestly, if they will not be doing the goddamn research, I'm kind of screwed here. Meat lure, fencing, sticks, stone. We can build poles. We can do lots of stuff. The poles seem like the best thing right now. It's gonna burn through a whole bunch of wood though. But it would at least give us some sort of initial defense grid, which we can rely upon. So the other creatures are not attacking us so far. Just great. Disturbed sleep, yeah, that's probably because of the fact that people were forced to do stuff. EA feedback form. Please help us improve game construction. How do I give you feedback so early? Yeah, exploration is unimpressive. Research is unimpressive. Resources are hard to tell. Okay, characters are not really good. Combat is actually quite nice, and the UI is okay. And the construction, I'm gonna give them like okay. But seriously, like, why would you ask me this so early on? I honestly cannot even tell you how well I am set up to do stuff. Quick recipes. So, no, forever. I want to actually prioritize the meat stuff, and until we reach like +10. Sleep parasite. An unknown parasite is causing me fatigue and drowsiness. For now, there's no cure, but a skilled healer may be able to think of something. That's awesome. And we want to move the actual meat stew into the front. So I'm not gonna even be touching the rations, and you can theoretically go and where is she? You have the possibility to go and observe her or something. Raw food, cooked meals. Let's not give her option to eat raw stuff. How would I make you observe her or something? I don't know. God damn it, game. So Scarabay has been done. Maki's intellect has been increased. We can now do butter melon. Nice. Probably do it here. 10 times 10. And Emmeline would be probably like the right person to do it. So the question is if we have enough of these seeds for her to actually plant them. And the question is how long it's gonna take for them to reach that status. But I don't know. I'm kind of having like mixed feelings. Somebody has started the research, but I had no idea who and when. So it's kind of hard for me to tell. 8 on foot. Chairs. I don't know, we can try to like make furniture, chairs. Furniture, table. Large table, wooden, so that they can eat together. And cancel, we can copy. So these are gonna be built together so that they can eat. Production, workbench would be nice, but we need metal for that, and they need to do that goddamn research. So I don't know. Do have raw food, but the question is how long will it last? As we don't have like appropriate storage facility and the temperature, the food will spoil faster. So he's going for that. These things are not attacking so far, so that's at least good. The crops have been planted, and I'm thinking the poles. So if we would be able to build these, This is gonna be 100 of them. And we have like 85. So this is some sort of construction project. Unfortunately, trees and bushes, I can only do big bushes, so I would be forced to go observe the trees so that we can probably plant them by ourselves, but I'm guessing trees will take just a crap ton of time to reach maturity. I also don't know what would happen if the crops are actually outside of the fencing. So that can have negative effect too. We have effectively like burned through our entire wooden reserves. So going out and chopping down these trees is gonna be quite the activity for a while. While also observing them for the science reasons. Production, small drying rack. We can probably try to try some of this meat. So Connor is eating right now, that's great. And he can sit down and everything, so he's gonna be happier than usual. We're gonna of course have to set up some sort of fence doors so that they can get in and out. And he's gonna reuse the resources and just accommodate what can be done. I really don't know what would happen though if we would not have that pulse rifle and that laser pistol. Honestly, 76% for weapons, so I'm really hoping someone's gonna finish the stuff so that we can start smelting and turning the scrap metal into proper metal and keep making like better things all together. So now he's going to sleep. We have Quinn, who is still constructing stuff. Hunger is creeping in. Wait, do we have still the meat? Yeah, we have like 7 of those. So we should still be able to cook up those meals, right? Until 5. We can theoretically cancel this one out because the meat soup should be able... Oh, come on, don't eat the rations, goddammit, guys. Oh, shit. These fuckers are eating my crops. Well, that did not work. Or are they eating my crops, or what the fuck are they doing? But right now, I don't know. So, I guess it's conscription time. Craft. Craft. Okay. A little worried here that these fuckers are gonna suddenly attack me. Thanks to the combination of the stun gun and the other thing. But we're gonna have to wall off our... food then. So that sucks. Butcher. Butcher, butcher. That's not good. They ate my freaking crops, goddammit. Thunderstorm. Okay, lightning strike can damage structures and devices, electrocute supervisors and animals, or kill plants. Any lightning strike that hits a stockpile of storage can cause significant decay to all resources stored inside. Great. Super happy. Raw red meat. I'm really hoping that grain porridge, cooked emergency rations. Yeah, they just went for the uncooked emergency rations, which is not the best thing ever. Flat-headed animals. So flat-headed animals, we know now for sure that these guys are actually herbivores, despite the fact that they do have like shark-like teeth, and I would therefore assume that they are carnivores. But then again, what the hell do I know? Room torch. Torch, no. Farm. We can do the glitter caps. So the glitter caps would be for medical use. But now I'm thinking we're gonna actually have to fence off our goddamn agriculture land. So let's try to do it like so. And maybe just be like adjacent to defense, fence, sticks, no. Defense, fence door, sticks. They have like multiple points of entry. Since we do have the sticks, these bastards are kind of keen on going here. So now they're drying the meat into dried meat and hides into leather. Unfortunately, we did not acquire probably hide. And also because this stuff is out in the rain, I'm not sure how negatively it will affect everyone. Quinn seems to be researching stuff, which is great, because he's the only one who's probably capable of doing this. It's 22 degrees outdoors, which is awesome. That's like a warm temperature, but it's raining, so I'm not sure how it's gonna affect their happiness since they have to work out in the rain. And I'm thinking that trees and bushes, big bloated trees, blowed leaf trees, they look like some sort of acorns, like an oak or something, so that's gonna be interesting. So obviously obtaining sticks, we're gonna have to fetch sticks, right? Cut it. Ah, shit. Oh my god, why would you hit a freaking chair? Again, the chair. What if someone would be sitting in that chair? If I would lose one of these people, that would be just bad. What is this? Sad wander. Well, knock it the hell off, goddammit. You gotta survive. You cannot be just doing weird ass stuff like that. Maybe here we can do like stuff for the mushrooms. Yeah, but you kind of fucked up my plans for planting these things, so knock it off. Thank you. Let's do these and I don't know. I would love to get the blades too. So this will work as our secondary form. It's gonna give us stuff to do. Need to have access to because the rations are gonna eventually like run out. Stop eating the fucking rations, goddammit, guys. Come on. So annoying. You gotta somehow make sure that these rations are not touched as priority or something. It's kind of weird. Now we're gonna have uneven harvest. These 9 are gonna reach maturity at different time than the rest of these crops. It sucks. Fencing, sticks. Defense, fence, sticks. It's gonna give us access to these locations, and the wood would be actually quite helpful to get access to, but Did we like already used up all this goddamn wood or something? Risk of meltdown. Why? Crushing unhappy could develop meltdown at any moment. I don't understand why already. Kind of unfair towards me. Maybe I'll have to start all over again. Everything is quite possible at this point. So this is dried meat, which you are using, right? There's even on the dried meat still. Hard for me to tell also how much storage do I need, or how many stockpiles do I need of certain things. And it would be nice if I can somehow just prioritize this sort of meat claw comparison to the other stuff. Now we have access to the damn wood. Fencing, poles. Fencing poles through here. And through here. But we have like a basic grid around this location. Fence door, poles. Defense, fence door, poles. I don't know, maybe like here. And we can even build one just here. I want to probably have this tiny fencing around here so that at least these large bastards will not come in here and eat my goddamn squash. And I might have to expand the provide storage space for resources cannot fit large construction. Wooden cannot. Yeah, but what exactly can we fit in these bastards, you know? Eureka, so we have researched something finally, I guess. Production workbench, a wooden one would be nice. And cooking stove. Wow, we can actually make the cooking stove. So I guess we can do that. Build it in the middle of whatever. Shelter. Don't know how much more shelter do I need for storing things. That's the problem. Wooden chest, 1. And 2 stockpiles. Just for the hell of it. We're gonna have to like dedicate some sort of location from which the aliens are gonna eventually be attacking us. Otherwise they're just gonna go through the fence. So some sort of opening and some sort of kill box for us so that we can build up even like the defense towers to give ourselves the high ground and everything. That would be beneficial too. Maybe the cooking stove is gonna be more effective. Chef's recipes, fruit cakes and whatnot. Tasty recipes, bread, meat pie, butter pie, or butter melon pie. We will require grain for that, so of course we don't have access to that stuff. Quick recipes or just your meat soups and grain porridge, veggie soup, so the basic, really basic stuff. Low food supply, that's really bad. But why aren't you like cooking up these things primarily? You were just I cannot stop the eating of this stuff. Like, obviously raw food should not be stored here. Even the cooked meals should not be stored here. That should go on the shelf, probably. But other than that, I don't know. It's gonna be difficult, the journey, to figure this out. I can't compare it to a game like a Planet Base or something because it's heavily revolving around micromanagement of these things. Two people have risk of meltdowns and such, so that's not helping me either. Research. Yeah, the hay sausages, that's something, but seriously, like the spaceship deconstruction and such, it's gonna be important. Sleep training, construction basics. Probably gonna go with the... like that, and this is driving me nuts. Okay, so this, then this, then this, then this, then we can do this, and stop messing around with things or I'll screw up again. We have somehow sleep parasite. I have found a cure for sleep parasite. I will heal all of its victims at once to get rid of their fatigue and drowsiness. Awesome stuff. I don't even know how, but we somehow fixed it. I guess. We're gonna be able to eventually salvage these additional bits and pieces. Chop down these trees. I hate the fact that they're so damn far. Observe these pointy red plants, and we have already observed these guys, so that's great. Maki is at risk of a meltdown. What's wrong with you? He like threw up or something? We have scavenged more rations, which is great. For obvious reasons. Maybe if we would harvest some of this, we would have the skin bark so that they can have that punching bag. Do we have any more raw meat? We do seem to have some raw meat left. I was just wondering if I should shoot one of these cows or something. A plea for help. My name is Nova. I believe we met on the ship. I escaped from pod crash badly and everyone else died. I fended on my own as best as I could, but my rations ran out quickly and I started losing hope. I walked in the wild for days after seeing smoke from this direction. Please let me stay with you. I think this was the person who was just like completely incapable of doing just about anything. Combat high, cooking low, crafting, okay, healing high, physical. Okay, you're welcome to stay. We're gonna be forced to make more beds then, I guess. Camp, shelter, sleeping spot on the ground. So we apparently now have 5 people, which can be good, but also problematic because obvious reasons. I might run out of food. I don't know when these goddamn pumpkins are planning on reaching full maturity. Maybe if we would change meat until... What do you mean no active tasks? Yeah, well, it's intentional. I'm thinking about deconstructing this location and instead utilizing this. It still uses sticks as fuel, so why the hell not? Emmeline should be able to drop off her pistol so that our Nova can actually be responsible for doing this. What the hell is with this feedback? Why do you keep asking for it constantly? I'm gonna give you bad on everything if you keep asking me, like, so early on. Like, how would I even know? You know? Like, it's so weird. Let me provide you the feedback somehow, like, properly, not just by bothering me through the gameplay. And aggressive animals. The Scarabée is here, so that means Nova, it would be awesome if you would go pick up the damn pistol. And Connor, we're gonna have to draft you. Once Nova has the pistol, we're gonna collect the two of you, and we're just gonna start shooting stuff, I guess. Because it's pointless for me to wait for them to attack me. And if she is this effective at combat, maybe by not giving them the chance. And attacking them before they are able to attack us. And potentially injure Connor. I would have really appreciated if he would actually stop missing. It's really not the best. Is that thing dead or is it not? Okay. So we can undraft you too. Hold on. Hold on. I still need to draft her. There's still one more. Ah, nice. Okay, so she's undrafted. We can butcher. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be the start into this whole shebang. Obviously, there's a lot to be done, a lot to be learned, and a lot to be desired. But it's a game in early access. I'm gonna see how much content I'll be able to squeeze out of this. So if you want to see when the next one will be dropped, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I will see you all at the next one. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe out there in the meantime, and bye-bye for now. I can't believe this fence is like meant to keep out these big-ass bugs. Seriously. These dung beetles would be able to crawl over it like nothing. Maybe even jump over it, who knows? Why are you eating dried meat? Shouldn't you be like eating a cooked meal? Raw food. I don't want you to eat raw food, goddammit. Come on, what's wrong with you? Can someone actually heal Connor? I would appreciate that.